Hey guys, Sam here doing another race video. This is Alpine Run Moto 2. First we're going to have Hunter and second Rebel, both in the front row. Third we have Blades, fourth Opix. Then the next row we're going to have Vulcan in fifth and Cat in sixth, which is actually Fireball filling in for him. And seventh Luke, eighth is going to be Ump. Next row going to have ninth, which is Papa Slaunch, and in 10th Detail. So here we go, guys. Final moto of the season. Really excited. Kind of a somber moment though, but green flag, here we go. Pretty intense start. Looks like we have almost like a 4-wide, and we have a huge crash off the start. Definitely gonna have a replay of that. Hunter just gets pinched into that wall. Vulcan flies over him, and a lot of drivers get stuck on the inside, so that was a pretty horrific crash right there. Definitely going to be a very interesting start to this moto. That crash is definitely going to throw a bit of a wrench in the works there. I'm not exactly sure how this is going to turn out because all the starting positions are jumbled up now. I mean, for example, you see Detail started in 10th. He's in 4th right now. I mean, that just completely jumbled up the entire moto from how I expected it to go. So all predictions are out the window at this moment. This moto can go various ways. Right now, Rebel is your leader. Here we have Ump trying to take away second place from Opix. Oh, gets Opix too far down low, and Opix ends up crashing out. That's unfortunate. Opix was in a podium position right there. I think he would have held on to it, and could have been another really good run out of Opix. I mean, his first moto run was great, and he's clearly good at this track, so it's really unfortunate that happened to him right there. Could have been another good performance for him here for a good overall finish. Perhaps get a few points back for that overall Champ Series performance. Ooh, two drivers. I think that might have been Blades and Hunter getting a little loose there in the chicane. Here we go to Luke trying to track down Detail, Slaunch right behind him. So Detail, Luke, and Slaunch, that top three from last moto, are all in a pack trying to work their way up through the pack together into this lead battle. Ump's in second, Rebel's in first. Looks like Rebel's faster than Ump. He's definitely getting a bit of a gap here. So these guys are going to have to get by Ump as fast as possible if they want to hope of tracking down Rebel and possibly fighting for the win. Maybe 2 right through the chicane. Slaunch backs off a little bit, but then he's got... whoa, nice pass. If that was Blades right there, that was a really nice pass. I believe it was just silky smooth, opportunistic pass on the Slaunch because him and Luke got a little loose in the chicane, and Blades just swept in there and took the spot from him. So now Blades perhaps could even battle for these positions, which would be interesting because I think he was definitely fast. I think he's just fast in this track in general. Some cheese took him out of the running in the first moto. Perhaps he can have a cleaner moto here and actually compete for the win. Going side by side with Detail already. He's trying to make another move on the very next lap. They're going to go 2 wide through the chicane. Oh, that's going to be sketchy. Blades backs off. Wisely, I would say so. Loses a lot of ground though off of backing off. He backed off kind of late. He lost a lot of ground off that because it was kind of like a last second decision. I think Blades and Detail were kind of playing almost like mind games with each other there. Just both seemingly going full speed into there and trying to make the other one let off, and Blades finally just said screw it, okay, I'm gonna do it. And Detail, kudos to him, he actually stayed on the gas and stayed with it the whole time and made Blades let off, so it was really good. Even say experienced move out of Detail right there. Rebel still with a pretty solid gap for the lead. No one really to compete with him, at least yet. Ooh, Ump getting loose in the chicane. That's going to slow down this entire pack. Really screws up Luke. Detail gets by. Now Detail is going to take his chance at trying to pass Ump, and Blades is also right here yet again. He's regained this gap. I think Ump is slowing up the pace here because look at this. Rebel, his gap is gaining. It's getting larger, and these drivers, as you can see, are passing each other all the time in this pack behind them. So I think that Ump is honestly slowing the pace up here, and I think that it's bunching up these drivers behind him. So this is going to be interesting because if they can't get by him, and they're pretty much handing Rebel the win here if they can't get by him. So going to have to get by him swiftly if they're going to have a chance at trying to track down Rebel, because Rebel has a huge lead at this point. Rebel could take the chicane safe every single lap and probably still hold on to it. Oh, Blades with a nice run through the chicane. Although, is he going to be able to get that position on Luke? Not really, not yet at least. Gets on that rumble strip a little bit, and it looks like Luke's going to hold on to that position, at least for the moment. Slaunch working hard trying to get back in here. And this is just an intense pack of 5 drivers we have right here, and they all are trying to get by Ump. I think they're all faster than him at this point. They just can't work their way by, and it also sucks that Ump's slowing it up so much that these drivers are having to pass each other before they can even focus on passing him. So this is a really tough situation for these drivers to be in. See Blades letting off there. It's really hard for these guys to decide what to do, like what the proper thing is to do in the right situation. Detail's trying to work his way by Ump, and Blades is trying to work his way by Luke, and Detail is forced out, not able to make the pass. But Blades is seemingly able to make the pass on Luke, although Luke's battling back a little bit on the straightaway. What's going to happen in the first corner? Here we go. Side by side. Ooh, what the heck? Gets slowed down by Detail a little bit, and then Blades gets on top of Luke, and they both lose a ton of time off that. That was really weird Halo physics type stuff right there. Not exactly sure what happened. There's no good way to explain what we just witnessed. We go back to Detail, trying to work his way by Ump still, doing anything he can to get by him as we're hitting the halfway point in the Moto. See if he can make a move in the first corner here, or at least gain some time, maybe set up a pass later. It looks like Detail, actually, I think one of the corners he gains the most time on is in that first corner. It seems like he gets checked up a lot every time he goes in there. And look at this, he's actually passing him in the first section. Down the bridge, he's gaining time. And Detail's not giving up any position. He's fighting back here, but Ump's forcing him really far down low, and Detail's just losing momentum off of that. Maybe in the chicane. Nope, not able to make a move yet. Here's Luke. That incident with Blades put him pretty far back. Now trying to work his way by Fireball, who's running a decent Moto. Fireball's running a few decent Motos, filling in for Cat. He's trying to get as many points as he can for him. Spending a day as a reject, even though he's not officially one, just in name. For this fill-in. And here we go. Detail's got to run on Ump. This is going to be it. Detail has to make the move here. Going to go through the chicane. He's got to run. This has got to be it. Yep, there it is. Detail finally able to make the pass on Ump. Pretty rough run through the chicane, but he was able to get it done, so good for him. He's in second, and there's not that much time left, and with that gap is huge. I mean, Detail can work and try to catch up to Rebel, but it's definitely going to take a mistake or two. And Luke trying to make an aggressive pass on Fireball, and another Halo physics instance with another reject driver in Luke. I'm not exactly sure what is causing that. This is just very odd. No idea what is going on there. But now this backpack here is actually really tight-knit, and Luke's going to have to battle his way by Opix. And Slaunch is trying to work his way by Ump now for podium position. It's his turn to go after him. Detail. I mean, look at the gap. That's how you can tell that these drivers, that all of them are way faster than Ump. I mean, look at how far Detail has opened up a gap already in just a lap. He's opened up like a 5-6 mongoose length gap in just one lap. So there's a lot of time lost from being behind Ump for these fast drivers here. And I honestly think somebody could have gotten up there. I don't know if they could have passed Rebel, but if they passed Ump around like the 19-minute mark in this Moto, if the whole pack got by him, we could have had one of the most interesting Motos, I think, one of the most interesting endings to a Moto all season, but they got held up super hard, and it's not, I mean, it's looking like, whoa, insane two-wheel right there. It's looking like no one's going to be able to compete with Rebel at this point. It's definitely going to take a mistake in order for anybody to compete with him, but if they got by him early, if the whole pack got by, I honestly think that they could have easily caught up to Rebel. Easily. No chance. I think they definitely would have. But now it's just battling for position, battling for points. And Slaunch actually has a smart move here. I think that was a smart way to go for position. Is he going to get forced down, though? I mean, Slaunch is going to try to take it in the chicane. Ump basically forces him into the tire barrier, and Slaunch is going to have to recover. Loses a lot of time off that. And he's also losing a lot of time off to Luke as well, who just passed Opix. And now Luke is going to set his sights on Slaunch and Ump. I mean, he's definitely going to want to try to get those positions back. So he's going to be battling up there. Not sure what's happened to Blades at this point. Actually, no, I just remembered. I think he had some interruptions, so Blades is going to get a poor finish this Moto. I think he, unfortunately, had to pull off mid-race, which sucks because he was able to make the entire races for the rest of the races. He could have had a very good points finish. But this, I think having a bad second Moto here is definitely going to affect his points, and he's definitely going to lose some positions that I think he would have held on to if he didn't have to go mid-Moto. So unfortunate there for Blades, but oh well. Still ran a very good champ series. Still got a Moto win. definitely not a bad night for Blades. Just needs to refocus for next season, perhaps get some more practice for the Champ Series next season, and refocus, regroup, maybe even go for the regular season Champ Series or championship. That would be interesting. Here goes Rebel, and he's making a move through the chicane. Sorry for the little bit of the lag in the video there. Rebel just holding on to a nice lead at this point. You see he's taking the chicane kind of safe because he can afford to. He even said that during the race. He's like, yeah, I'm taking it safe. There's no reason for me to risk it there, so that's the way he's going to take it. And here we have Slaunch trying to catch up to Ump, and he's already caught up that gap pretty hard. I think he'll be caught up right to his bumper by the end of this lap. Surely he will, at the rate that he is gaining. Going around this NASCAR corner. Very good corner for Slaunch. Slaunch and Luke in particular, I think, gained lots of time in that corner. I'm not exactly sure why they do as opposed to the other drivers, but it seems like they both gain time on other drivers there generally. Which is weird. You wouldn't expect that to be a technical corner in the track, but it actually really is. Sets up the chicane extremely well. And here we go. Slaunch right there on Ump. He's looking everywhere, trying to psych him out a little bit. There, he's going for it. Nope. Door wasn't open, not able to make the move, and now Luke's caught up, so Luke was able to, from all that cheese, somehow get all the way back up here to Ump and Papa, which is actually the podium battle, so definitely an opening for him for a podium position here, if possible. But yeah, Slaunch is definitely faster than Ump, but Ump is doing him no favors with that defensive driving. It is very difficult for him to get by, and Luke's actually going to make a move on Slaunch in the chicane. With how much time that Slaunch lost right there, Luke is actually able to make a move in the chicane, but loses a little bit. Looks like he got a little second gear cheese. So not sure if Luke's actually going to be able to make the move, but here we go to white flag, final lap, Rebel and Detail. There's the gap. Detail has actually closed this gap immensely. I remember this gap being huge, so you could tell Rebel's been... I mean, Detail's fast. Detail, don't get me wrong, Detail's definitely fast, really fast on this track. But you can definitely tell that Rebel has lost a little bit of that time due to safe driving. I think he's doing it on purpose. To secure this win because he can. I mean, look, Detail is going to be pretty close to him by the end of this compared to the gap that they had earlier, but who cares? He's still going to win. And I mean, if you have that big of a gap, why not be safe? You know, you don't want to risk it unnecessarily and lose too much time. So here we go to the finish. Rebel takes the win at a GP. Did not expect that at all. I would have thought him and Blades would have been inversed on what they did. And whoa, close finish right there. It looks like Luke's actually going to take fourth in that battle between him and Slaunch. Really close final lap battle. So you go through the rest of the results, and there it is. There's the closer for the season. Hope you guys enjoyed that as we scroll through the final champ points. Luke is your championship series victor. Rebel is your Moto winner. Congratulations to everyone involved. That was a really fun champ series. Can't wait for the one next season. Can't wait for next season in general, and I hope that you guys are excited for that too. Sorry for the long hiatus, and for the last time, see you next time.